Welcome back to the Deep Dive. We're the show that doesn't just give you summaries. We take all the sources, articles, research, maybe even your own notes, and pull out the critical insights you need to be well-informed, fast.
And for you as a learner, that mission is just, well, it's everything, right? You need that deep knowledge. You want those different perspectives, those aha moments, but you really can't afford the time sink of, old school research.
Or just getting generic answers.
Exactly.
So our mission today is to unpack a system that's really designed to shortcut that whole process. It's a platform called Ask an Expert, and we're looking at how it tries to just eliminate that information overload.
And what's really fascinating here is that the sources, they're very clear. They define this not as some simple directory, but as a smart, customized knowledge system.
Okay.
The whole idea is connecting users directly with verified domain experts for real-time live sessions.
So we're moving beyond just, Googling something and hoping you find a decent forum post from 5 years ago.
Right. This is about getting a personalized solution to a very specific, often a really niche problem. The goal is clarity. It's strategic guidance.
So whether you're, say, trying to master some complex academic idea or troubleshoot a really specific technical problem,
or even navigate a tough career move. The premise is you get this bespoke, one-on-one time with someone who has actually been there and done that.
and that focus on personalized knowledge, on skipping that whole exhaustive research phase, that's the real value proposition for you. Listening, it's pitched as the ultimate shortcut.
It really is. It's an engineered solution to that very common problem of needing niche information. Like now.
Okay, so let's get into the mechanics. How does this instant connection actually happen? Because this is where the tech really enables the expertise. And it starts, pretty simply, with the user asking their question.
Right, and that first step is intentionally broad. The sources stress there, no limits on the topic.
Yeah.
But it's the next step where the system really sets itself apart from a simple Q&A service.
Okay, step 2. This feels like the game changer. Upload reference media. This is where you, the user, can provide this just an incredible level of context to get the expert ready before the session even starts.
Think about the efficiency gain there. You don't just type, "My code isn't working."
Right.
You upload the actual document or an image, maybe a video of the error, a link to the code base, or the exact snippet of code that's driving you crazy.
So we're not just talking about a PDF here. If, say, an electrical engineer needs a schematic reviewed, they can upload the actual CAD file right there.
That's it, exactly. That way you don't burn billable time just getting the expert up to speed on the basics. That context is just so critical.
But that does bring up a question, right? Data security. If I'm uploading proprietary code or, I don't know, sensitive business plans, what's the assurance there?
A really important question. And the sources do confirm that the sessions are secure, that the architecture is built to handle sensitive data. But I think the real control actually comes in the next step, step 3, which is all about you, the user, setting the rules.
Set your preferences.
Yep. It puts you in complete control, which you'd expect for a high-value service. You pick the date, the time, the duration, even the language for the session. So the whole thing fits around your schedule, not the other way around.
And crucially, the transparent pricing feature. I find this part fascinating. The user sets the session price up front. You say what you're willing to pay.
That is a huge transfer of financial control. Instead of just being given some fixed, non-negotiable fee, you're the one who initiates the budget.
And that must have a psychological effect.
Oh, for sure. 2 things. First, you get total cost certainty, no billing surprises. And second, it forces both of you to focus on a really high-value interaction because the expectations are crystal clear from the start.
That's a powerful mechanism. If I set a budget of, say, $100 for 45 minutes, I'm going to be ready with all my context, and the expert knows exactly how valuable their time needs to be.
It creates this really focused marketplace. So once you've defined the question, uploaded your files, and set all your preferences, including the price, the system has to find the right person.
Right, the smart expert matching kicks in. So how intelligent is the system really? What is it actually looking at to match me?
It seems to be highly contextual. It's not just looking at broad categories. The algorithm weighs a few key things: the expert's specialized skills, their verified experience, their availability right now, and this is key, the specific concepts it pulls from all that reference media you uploaded.
So if I upload a document that mentions some obscure regulatory standard in German environmental law, the system isn't just looking for a lawyer.
Exactly. It's looking for the expert who's tagged with German, regulatory compliance, environmental, and who is available in the next, say, 2 hours. It optimizes for relevance and for immediacy.
And the result of all that is the live expert session.
A real-time one-on-one exchange. You can use video, audio, or just chat. It's like a hyper-efficient consultation built entirely around your specific need.
It seems like it's all about bypassing what the sources call the information wilderness and just getting you straight to the knowledge destination.
That's a great way to put it.
Now let's talk versatility, because the sheer breadth of topics they list is pretty impressive. This isn't just a tech platform.
That's right. The experts cover everything from, deep technical fields like software engineering and biotech to business strategy and finance, and then all the way over to creative fields like design and even very specific academic subjects.
Okay, let's bring this to life with some specific use cases. Let's connect it to what someone listening might actually need.
Okay, take the professional or creator angle. Maybe you're a developer stuck on some obscure API integration. You could spend, 8 hours searching for them?
Or at least, yeah.
Or here, you upload the code, you connect with an API specialist, and you solve it in a 30-minute session. That's immediate, tangible ROI right there.
Or I'm thinking of a digital designer who needs fast feedback. Instead of waiting for the week-long internal critique meeting, they could connect with a proven UX expert for a live design review. They'd get actionable feedback right away.
I think the career and business applications are also really powerful. Think about career guidance getting live, tailored advice on a transition from someone who actually works in that specific industry.
And for entrepreneurs, this seems huge. A startup founder facing a big strategic pivot, maybe moving from SaaS to a subscription model.
They can line up a session with a startup mentor who's guided, dozens of companies through that exact same thing. It's high-level strategy on demand.
We can't forget the academic side either. A grad student struggling with a specific research method or a postdoc needing to discuss a historical document, this gives them access to real scholarly authority.
Which brings us to the benefit breakdown. Why use this over, say, a self-paced course?
Well, it seems to come down to customization and speed. You're getting personalized, one-on-one learning, you're active in the conversation, not just passively watching a video.
And that faster problem resolution is so critical. Time is currency, right? If you can solve a high-stakes problem in a 60-minute session instead of spending 2 or 3 days on it, the value is just enormous.
Now, none of this works, of course, unless the foundation is built on trust and quality. If I'm paying for expertise, I need to have confidence in who I'm talking to. How does the platform handle that?
Trust is addressed through some really stringent quality assurance measures. They prioritize verified experts. And when the sources talk about verification, it means a lot more than just, someone uploading their resume.
So when we say verified, what are we actually talking about? Are they checking industry certifications or cross-referencing published work? What does that mean?
It appears to be a multi-layered approach. It starts with vetting credentials and certifications where that's applicable, but beyond that, the platform relies on ongoing quality control, mostly through robust ratings and feedback systems from users.
So it's not just a one-time check. The system is constantly self-correcting based on the user experience.
Exactly. It creates a feedback loop that polices quality. The reviews hold experts accountable not just for what they know, but for how well they can communicate it in a one-on-one setting.
And what about security and control over the session itself?
Well, beyond the secure payments and encryption, the really crucial feature for a learner is the option for session recordings. You decide if the video or audio is captured.
That makes perfect sense. If you're in a high-value consultation, you want to be focused on the conversation, not scrambling to take notes.
Right. And having that recording to go back and review turns the live session into a real asset. You walk away with a reviewable record of how you got to the solution.
So let's synthesize the ultimate value proposition here, pull it all together for you. What this platform really offers is direct access to specific, vetted expert knowledge.
But coupled with unprecedented user control. And that control is really defined by 3 pillars. Full control over your schedule and language, contextual relevance because you're uploading your media, and, most uniquely, financial transparency, where you set the budget up front.
So that's the core message. It's a dynamic, fully customized approach to getting knowledge that respects your time and your wallet.
It's powerful stuff. You skip all the general filtering and go straight to the precise knowledge you need.
So to recap for you, the distinguishing features are that efficiency boost from contextual uploads, sharing your actual code or documents. Then there's the absolute financial transparency through upfront pricing control. And finally, the delivery is guaranteed quality through a live, one-on-one session with a verified expert.
Which brings us to our final thought for you to consider. If the marketplace for expert knowledge is evolving this rapidly, where specialized insight is instantly customizable, available based strictly on your schedule,